Hi guys, welcome back to 100% Mags. So we are finally here. We are on the cusp of Champions League football for the first time in 2 decades. Not since Bobby Robson was at the helm in Newcastle United in the 02-03 season have we played Champions League football, and we are now within touching distance of getting Champions League football. All we need to do is either win against Leicester or win against Chelsea, or even draw against Leicester or draw against Chelsea. And some people are even saying that, we could lose both them games, and as long as Liverpool don't get 7+ goals in their game against Southampton on the final day of the season, of course, then we would be in Champions League football. I'd rather win the game, to be honest, against Leicester or against Chelsea, preferably do it against Leicester on Monday, of course, and secure that Champions League football. I don't want it be going down to the wire and we're having to rely on Liverpool not scoring 7 goals against a already relegated Southampton side, to be honest. I'd much rather prefer it to do it and get the job done. And I believe I will, as I have said in my match preview, going into the game which I put up yesterday before the Liverpool game, stupidly, unfortunately. So that is why I am doing this video today, to talk about, of course, my thoughts on that game that Liverpool had against Aston Villa, where it could have been secured yesterday, Champions League football for Newcastle next season, but we get to do the job on Monday, hopefully, and see out our last home game of the season as well. And I've got to say, looking at the way this season has played out, of course, there will be a season review coming on the channel, once the season is over. But me quick thoughts on how this season's played out. It's just been an absolutely fantastic season. A lot of people were saying, that it would take forever for Newcastle to get to this point and to be challenging up at this area of the Premier League. And I've got to say, we have done absolutely amazing this season. Eddie Howe can be proud, all the backroom staff can be proud, and everybody at Newcastle United can be proud with the way we have performed this season, because this has been an absolutely fundamental season moving forward. This will be a season, no matter how many cups we win down the lane, no matter what we do down the lane, this will always be a season that we will look back on fondly and say, that was the moment that we arised back to the great elite of football, back to where, we once were when Bobby Robson was at the helm. Kevin Keegan, of course, before Bobby Robson, as well, when we were battling Man United in the 90s for the title on 2 occasions. And, of course, the Bobby Robson era in Newcastle as well, when we were playing European football against the likes of Juventus, AC Milan, Inter Milan, you name it. We were playing the elite of the elite, and we will be doing that next season once we get them 3 points in the bag. We only need 1 point, so once we get that, then we will be playing Champions League football next season. But I've got to say, I witnessed Champions League football all them years ago, and little did I know that it would take all this time to once again, be on the cusp of witnessing Champions League football again. I've got to say, as a fan base, we thoroughly deserve this. We've followed the team through thick and thin, and that is what you're meant to do. At the end of the day, that is the whole point of being a football fan, is to follow your club through the thick and thin. And we have done that. We've had some horrible times over the past 14, 15 years, and we are now getting to enjoy the fruits of our labour. We are getting to enjoy, that beautiful football that we all want to see played at St James's Park. Like we've always said, the motto is, we don't demand a team that wins, we demand a team that tries, and we are getting that, and we're getting that in a boatload by Eddie Howe. And Eddie Howe has said that himself. You can't guarantee wins, but you can guarantee putting in a really good performance out there on the field, and that is what the players have done this season. That is what Eddie Howe has thrilled into the players this season as well, and what a fantastic season it is. Anyway, just to quickly wrap up on this video, I am 100% certain we will pick up the 3 points on Monday in that game against Leicester at St James's Park. I do believe we will see it out in style. And of course, do go check out my match preview for that game as I talk about, of course, the stats going into the game, what my thoughts are as well going into the game for players wise for the team. And I also talk about Leicester as well in that video. So do go check that out. Till next time, remember to like, share, subscribe to 100% Mags, and also give us your thoughts on this background, brand new background that I've done for the videos. And until next time, I'll see you all later. How are the lads?